Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Tuesday morning, December 5th, 2023, at a minute or two after 6:30 here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you change your financial future, and we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our easy-to-use but highly accurate predictive indicators that have been around for a quarter of a century. And we are so confident we can do that once we've trained you, we let you trade with our money. Last night we took a couple hits, so let's jump into it real quick. And we got a lot of work to do this morning. First, we need to listen to this guy, and we will get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. Do them for a couple reasons. One, they are a teaching mechanism so that you can see a successful trader, how they go about doing their analysis, and pick up tips from them by watching and imitating what they do. Once you become a member, in addition to the sessions I do, which are Tuesday, Thursday morning, and Monday afternoon, we have a session every morning at 10 a.m. and another session every evening at 10 p.m. They're hosted by different successful traders. And then one of the things that differentiates us from other trading outfits is that we are continually training. The key to getting good is working on the fundamentals, and we are working on the fundamentals all the time, no matter how good you are. There's a story out there about Kobe Bryant, who a reporter wanted to follow him around for a day and watch him practice. Kobe Bryant used to start his day at 4 a.m. in the morning, and he would. The reporter was always surprised at he was doing basic stuff, and the good guys know that they have to be good at the basics before they can get better at the other stuff. So continuing on those fundamentals is very important. I work off of a checklist. Checklists help keep you focused, make sure you don't miss anything. Every day, good habit, restart your green chart, clears out the memory and picks up any updates. At the end of every day, it is good to review what didn't go well. This is how we get better, by taking a look at what didn't go well. And last night we took a couple trades that didn't go well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Take a look at that. One was on this Australian New Zealand dollar trade. We took a 10 pip trade using the thick orange line, and I'll show you exactly. This one's pretty easy to identify as to what the problem was. Oh, come on here. We got too much stuff going on. All right, so one of the nice things about our indicators is that we can go back in time and take a look at exactly what we were looking at when we took the trade. So I am going to do that here. So, yesterday was the 4th, and we took the trade at, we took the trade at 15:55 about, so just right before 4 o'clock last night. So this is going to bring us to that time. So this was the signal that we saw. Actually, we probably were looking at it closer to 15:50. Yeah, the green line was just at the halfway mark, or just a little bit below the halfway mark. So oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, so 3 points here, 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So we've got 4 of the 4 telling us buy. We've got down pressure with green line on top. So that's 8 points. We confirmed it with by with the 2 hour and the 4 hour. Both are oversold. The 2 hour was going up. Doesn't need to be. 4 hour coming down. That's good. So I want both of these to be oversold, so that if this signals weakens, we will pick the trade up from here. The thing I didn't like was that we were the 2 hours been oversold for, I don't know, 12 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours. But what killed us on this trade is the news item. $10:30, we got this. So we were too close to this. My normal rule of thumb is I don't want to be involved in a trade within a 2 hour window. So that would have put us at 8:30. We're taking the trade at basically 4. But that 5 to 6 time is a dead time because it's the end of the trading day. So from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, we've got 2 hours for for the trade to close. And what we'll see is if we move forward an hour at a time, so this is right at the top of the hour, 4 o'clock. $5 o'clock, we've pushing up a little bit. The 2 hours starting to go up. So we're between 5 and 6. We ran through the channel. We got a little bit of up. Wasn't entirely what we needed. You know, it's only 4 pips, so we're part way there. So we're at 6 o'clock now. All right, starting to turn. These are going up. This is going up, so we're okay still. But now we're going to start seeing the impact of the news. 8 o'clock, so we're within the 2 hour window of the news. Actually, still haven't seen it yet. Still haven't seen it. We're basically flat. Move forward 1 more hour. All right, so we are at 9 o'clock, so we're within that 2 hour window. So the news is starting to leak, and it hit us here. So we got a little bit of an up, but it wasn't enough to get our 10 pips that we were looking for. Now the news takes over, and the news kills us. All right, so now we're at 10 o'clock. And what happens on that published news information is it leaks beforehand. So all of a sudden it's starting to come out, everybody's coming down, and we get stopped out. So we were too close to the news item. In fact, on this account, we got stopped out. On my live account, this trade's still open. I for whatever reason, I was in a rush and I didn't put in a take profit or a stop loss. So I'm still thinking about how I'm going to work my way out of this. So that was what went on here. We also, on the overnight trade, you would have gotten stopped out on the pound yen. On the pound yen, and this is one of the reasons you need to know how to trade, is I hedged this on the way down. So I took profit here. I didn't take profit on the way back up because I was asleep, but I did take profit down here, pulled my stop loss. So this trade is still open. It's about 15 pips out of the money. And I am going to keep the trade open for a little bit because, oops, where are we at here? Why? Oh, this is changed. Actually, I'm going to take a look at this. I might hedge it again after we get off of here. A little earlier, before we get on, this was going up, this was up, and this was up. In this last hour, it's changed. So I'm going to go back and rehedge that trade for now, or I may close it, but I'll figure that out once we get off this. But that's why you want to know how to trade so that you can kind of make these decisions before you get stopped out. So I did make money on the way down. It got close. It got back within 15 pips of closing. When I looked at it this morning, everybody was going up on these long-term charts. So I was going to hold it until we get to break even and close it out. But as this is starting to change, I'm going to readdress that once we get off of this. So anyways, it is as important as it is to know the signal. It's having the discipline to go back and kind of think about what went wrong with the trade and how do I correct it. So on last night's signal, I was okay with that signal. That was a good signal. It hits 9 out of 10 times. Yesterday it turned. When it turned, I had I hedged it by putting in a sell trade, pulled off the stop loss, and then let it go down and make money. And as I said, when I saw it, if had I been awake when it turned, I would have probably rode it back up and then closed everything out. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at giving us the direction of how the market's going to move. If we can figure out how the market's going to move, we can take some pips off of every move. And if you do that 3 times a day, you're going to make good money. So what we want to know is, but even though we are trading based on the price action, we want to know news events because news events impact currency prices. So we want to trade around that. And the best place to figure out what news events are happening is to go to forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news events down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those. And red, which is high impact. These high impact ones are ones I want to trade around. And this morning we've got two items on the USD at 10 a.m. So we basically don't want to have a trade open after 8 o'clock. So the likelihood is we will not take a trade on take a trade on the USD this morning. But if it's a quick little trade that we think can close within an hour, we'll consider it. And then this Australian dollar thing tonight, any trade that we take now will have closed long before this. So we need to think about what we're doing on the USD. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point trade. We've got a dozen different signals, and our indicators are robust in that we've got a variety of different signals that you can read off of them. And when we train you, we will customize a trade plan based around your availability to trade and your kind of risk preferences. So I'm trading principally off of, during the day, off of this, the 10-point trade signal on a 1-hour chart. You can do it literally off of any chart, 30 minutes and up. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart to have the indicators a chance to form. And basically on a 1-hour chart, we can get anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, which is usually the distance from the support and resistance line within the channel. And I'm looking to carve out 11 pips. And usually to do that, it will take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. So, and the base of the strategy is just to get all the lines to line up. If I can get lines from all 3 sections to line up, I've got a good trade. The chart I am going to trade off this morning is something called the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart where it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I am going to start in the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. I am interested in situations where these lines are either below this horizontal red line, which is the oversold line, and going up, or above this horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line, and going down. So when the market's overbought, I want to sell. Excuse me, when the market's overbought, I want to sell. When the market's oversold, I want to buy. So right now we're oversold. Everybody's going down. So nothing here. Euro USD, we're in the middle of the channel. It didn't quite get to overbought, and it's turning going down. Here is something you could consider. You know, the miners did touch the overbought and are coming down. I don't like to take trades when the green line is more than halfway. I don't know how much more there is in the push, how much more there is here. So I'd rather catch it down here and ride it up. So, which is what, you see a big green candle here. I want to catch it down here and ride it up and get my 10 pips off of that. And here, this was a 20 pip move. So, pound USD touched overbought. Everybody's coming down. And I have what's called the double cross, where the red lines come on top and the black lines come on top. So this is 3 points. 1, we're oversold. 2, all the lines are coming down. And 3, I've got the double cross. Green line is just at the halfway mark, so I'll consider it. A couple pluses here. I like it when the green line has entered the channel, which we have. I like it when the lines are all clustered, which we have. It makes the signal a little stronger. And I like the slope on the green line, greater than 45 degrees. So good, strong 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down, supporting the sell signal here. Blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, which we have the dotted blue going up here, that means a sell. So 3 of the 4 are telling me sell, and I have down pressure. So 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. So I've got 7 points. Now, our issue is that we've got that news item coming up. And as we get burned last night with that news, even though we're not quite within the 2 hours, we're close enough to it, close enough to 8 o'clock that I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to take the chance. So we're gonna pass, but this is a good setup. I like what we see here. If we didn't have that news item, I'd be going to the second step, which would be to be confirming to confirm the 2 and the 4 hour. So Great Britain pound USD, and I'd want to see both of those oversold, and these aren't. So this would probably hold me up on. Excuse me. I want to see both overbought. This might hold me up. Ideally, I want to see these overbought and coming down, so that my thinking is that if for some reason this signal weakens, I'll get the trade off of this or this. Here we're more than halfway through the channel coming down. I don't know how much more there is. Although in looking at, we've got down across the board here. Down across the board. So even though I'm trading off of the 1 hour candle, this is all telling me there's more down in the move. But as I said, because we got that news item, we're not going to trade the dollar this morning. But part of the reason we do this is so that you can see what a good trade looks like using this signal. Overbought going up, touching overbought going up, starting to roll, USD yen starting to roll, but I do not have, not all of the lines are going down. The majors are sideways, green's going down, red's going up, and I don't have the double cross, so no setup there. So I've cloned this chart and made some pairs with that are non-USD. So let's see what else we've got here this morning. Euro pound, we're in the middle of the channel. Australian dollar, yen, oversold going down, so nothing there. Euro Canadian dollar, we have touched overbought. Everybody's going down. We do have the double cross. The green line is right at 45 degrees. And actually, the red line is horizontal here. So I'm going to pass. I want all the lines going down. So I'm going to pass on that. Not coming down enough. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, almost through the channel going down. Pound yen. So this is what I'm going to fix when I get off the phone or when we get off this webinar. We just touched overbought going down. And I just barely have the double cross where the red line is coming over. Just barely. So 3 points here. 1, we're overbought. 2, everybody's coming down. Let's see, this is different from the other where this is kind of horizontal. The red line's clearly going down here. So 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. Orange lines are very steep. I like that. So 3 points here. And we have down pressure with green on top. So 1 point here. So let us take a look and see what the 2 and the 4 hour are doing to confirm this. I want both of these, the 2 hour and the 4 hour, to be overbought. Here, majors are going up, and they're on the bottom half of the channel. So this is going to kill this trade right now. Here, you could argue that this I'd spend a little bit more time thinking about, even though it's not overbought. We do have down here, and I know the miners aren't agreeing, but this is telling me down. But because we don't have agreement on the two, even though I like this setup, I'm going to pass. The goal here is to take high probability trades. The trade that has the highest chance of going in the direction that I want. And you can see this is a little bit different than, say, what we teach in the trial, where we're looking for a good entry. I'm not as interested in the entry because I'm going for more pips. I'm willing to give up a pip or two in the entry if I can get the direction right. So this is telling me two different directions. So I'm going to pass. Euro Australian dollar overbought, and we've got this agreement. So let's go to the third chart. Canadian dollar, yen. We're more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. I don't know how much more is left in the move. Euro New Zealand, we've touched overbought, but majors are still sideways. Pound New Zealand, touched overbought, majors are still sideways. What makes them sideways? Green's coming down, red's going up. Same with the miners. New Zealand, yen approaching oversold. Everybody's going down steeply. New Zealand USD oversold, going down. Euro Swiss franc overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, so 3 points here. But I can tell you what I don't like. I don't like the slope on the green line's okay, but I don't like that there's a kink right here on the green line where we're going from more steep to less steep. That's a negative for me. And up here on the TNTs, we only have two of the lines agreeing. Thick orange is going down. Dotted blue is going up. I want to have at least three lines here agreeing with what I'm seeing here. So my concern with the kink is being shown because we don't have agreement here. Let's go to the last one. Australian Canadian dollar oversold, going down. Swiss franc yen, we touched overbought. Don't quite have the double cross here. Pass. Euro yen, we touched overbought. Everybody's coming down, so that's okay. I like that. Good steepness on the green line, a plus. So we've got 3 points here. Two orange lines coming down, dotted blue coming up. That is good. So 3 points here and down pressure. So euro yen, let's take a look at the 2 and the 4 hour on the euro yen. Euro yen. Doesn't meet my criteria. I really want it up here. It has turned, but I want to catch it. I want these lines up here. This is already turned, but it was up and it's coming down. I'm okay with this, but the 2 hour is throwing me off a little bit. We got good down pressure with red on top here. Down pressure across the board. Let's take a look at, again, when I'm unsure, I like to get more information. So let's take a look at the Euro JPY. And when I'm unsure, I'm less likely to take the trade because I don't want to Euro JPY. So we're trading into a downtrend. And where's the support and resistance? Support and resistance are spots where the lines tend to naturally stop. You can see they're stopping in here a little bit. They stopped over here. They stopped over here. They stopped over here. Stopped in here. Stopped over here, over here. So let's open this back up so we can see it a little better. And what was that trade? It was oops. It was our Euro JPY. All right, it turned. Oh, come on. Euro JPY. Yeah, see, middle of the channel, it turned. So it was good that we didn't take it. Good that we didn't take it. But you can see I'd rather err on missing the trade than taking a trade that's going to lose money, because on a trade that loses money, you got to work that much harder to get back to break even. So if I can just find 2 good trades a day, I'm golden. So, all right, gang, we've reached the end of our time. I am sorry we did not find a good trade this morning, but we did do a couple valuable things. One is we reviewed the importance of going back and looking at what happens when trades don't go the way that we expect and figuring out why. So on last night's trade, we were just too close to that news item. And I was hoping that the trade would execute before the news impacted it, and it didn't. We started to get a move. We got 4 or 5 pips, but it wasn't the 10 pips we were looking for. So you've got to obey the rules. The rule is if a news item's coming up, don't trade it. All right, gang, thanks for joining me. We will see you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade. If you want to learn how to trade, we can teach you. We are very confident about our abilities to do that. If you want to speak with me, the best way to do that is to go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule and schedule a time. You can also try calling me, and if I'm available, I'll answer. But if I'm not, you'll get the voicemail. But the best way to ensure that you get guaranteed time with me is just to go and put your time on my schedule. or book some time on my calendar. All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you joining me, and let's have a good trading day. Bye-bye.